Yu Hakusho is peak shonen, guys. It is fucking peak shonen. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel of my Stoken Reviews, hosted by yours truly of my coming straight from the living room to you on the internet. Now before we go any further, guys, make sure you like, you comment. The boys trying to get to 1K subscribers and I need your help, so please subscribe if you haven't, and also share my videos so others can subscribe as well. I would really appreciate it. So guys, I finally watched Yu Hakusho after about 25 plus years since it got aired. I don't really watch 90s anime, that's why I've been a bit hesitant to watch this one. But obviously Yu Hakusho is by Togashi, who also made Hunter x Hunter, so I felt like, at one point or the other I'm going to watch it. So I was just scrolling through Netflix randomly about a week ago and I saw it, and I saw all 4 seasons. And I was like, okay, I don't have anything else to watch, I might as well watch this, And initially, just like One Piece, to be honest, I felt it was a bit childish. It is a 90s anime, so it does have 90s characteristics, apart from the animation, which usually turns me off from watching these anime. Like, I just felt like it was a bit cringe initially, but I didn't mind the story. Like, I was not interested per se, but I just kept watching because I knew it was going to get better. I didn't know when it was going to get better, but I knew that there was more to this anime than we were seeing at the beginning. So the beginning started a bit, it was cool. I felt Yusuke was bratty and stuff, and I love me some delinquents in anime, so I kept watching. It just reminded me of Tokyo Revengers just a little bit because of the amount of delinquency involved. Like, I like that kind of stuff. I don't know why, I just like it. I like Yu Hakusho, guys. In general, as the story progressed, when he became a spirit detective, that's when things started to pick up. When he met Kurama and Hiei, things were even picking up even more. Like, okay, because I've been seeing Kurama and Hiei already on the intro, but we had not seen them yet, like on the anime. So when they met, I was like, I wonder how this is going to work. Like, how are they going to start working together? How are they going to be friends and stuff? So I like the way that it was all resolved. I like the way that they did it together, because many anime, they do that stuff, especially shonen, where maybe your enemies or your rivals later become your friends, or you guys have to do some things together. There's something that brings you guys together, and of course we saw that here. And Kuwabara, even how Yusuke and Kuwabara, they've known each other for a longer time. He used to always beat Kuwabara up, and just even going back to the beginning, seeing how many people missed him, because I thought no one was going to miss him when he dies. Seeing how many people missed him, it just gave him the drive that he needed. And then see how much Keiko did for him, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And just see how the anime kept expanding. It is shonen after all. We have power-ups, we have transformations, we have different moves, we have impossible odds, we have ass pulls, a lot of ass pulls coming out from nowhere, and we have the most important ingredient, the power of friendship, guys. You can never ever show me one shonen that doesn't have the power of friendship, please. That's like the most important ingredient. If you don't have that, something is missing. You must have friendship. Like, your friends will make you power up. They'll make you beat impossible odds. And then you have villains that are just there for the thrill of the fight. They just, even though they're bad, they all have their reason for being bad. It's not that they're just bad for no reason. The standout arcs for me are, Dark Tournament arc, Portal to Demon World arc, and then obviously Demon World arc as well. The other arcs, there's nothing too interesting going on. They're just all preliminary stuff. Anyway, so before we get to the arcs properly, let's talk about the characters. Yusuke is very impulsive, but he does have main characteristics. Like, he is a main character. He acts like a main character. Kuwabara is much like Yusuke, but less powerful. Like, he has a good heart, but he has a lot of lip, but doesn't always know how to back it up. It's not his fault. He's just not as special as the others, and there's nothing he can do about it. Even though, yes, things got better for him, but he's just not the main character, sadly. Hiei, I like him, man. He's cold. He's very straightforward. but he gets the job done, and that's what's important as well. And Kurama is cool, calm, collected, calculated. He's the smartest in the group. He's the one that always thinks about these things. Like, he's the one with the plan and stuff. But he doesn't make for an excellent, like, he wouldn't be an excellent main character in Shonen because it was in the 90s, and you can see a lot of things that, you can tell it's a 90s anime just by the animation, like the sound effects and some of the tropes there. Like, for example, Keiko, her only job, and it's very annoying in a way, is to say, Yusuke, oh, Yusuke. Like, if I have a shot of every time Keiko says Yusuke, I'll probably be dead by now. And Botan, she's cool. She's not the main character. She's just there to help the main character along the way. So, like, but I still like her. She's a funny character. Then SHIZURU, she's also a funny character. There's nothing really much to her. They didn't really build on her because it's not her story. She only came along for the ride. KOENMA, I love KOENMA with this. That thing is always sucking. It's really funny. Like the fact that they made him a toddler, it made it even funnier. And of course, Genkai, she is like the old hag and stuff. I don't know why they always call him old hag. I don't know her, but like, she has power. She's not really. She's just more of a guide to Yusuke. Helping her, the mentor to Yusuke. Like, it didn't really put too much emphasis on her character. Yes, I know she got more depth during the Dark Tournament arc, but still not enough. They didn't really give her too much flesh. From here, she was more fleshed out, but in a universe where there's so many characters, you can only do so much for each of them. Let's even talk about the fights. Like, the best fights for me in the Dark Tournament arc for Yusuke, obviously Yusuke versus younger Toguro. I also like Yusuke versus Jin, to be honest, and even that one with that one that has blue spiky. I can't remember his name right now. That he put swords in the ground and they were fighting. That was a good fight. For Kurama, obviously the fight with that guy that his head turned yellow at some point. I can't remember his name as well. That even though Kurama killed him, he lost because he was on the ground for more than 10 seconds. Obviously for Hiei, I like the one with Bibi. That was an excellent fight. When he learned to control the dragon move, whatever, like, the thing swallowed him up and he swallowed it back. Now that was fire. That was some boss move, man. And for Kuwabara, was against Oda Toguro because he outdid himself. He really did outdo himself. And in that Dark Tournament arc anyway, Kuwabara only won like 2 fights, to be honest. And the other fight was because of Yukina. He won anyway. Like, he was taking L's left, right, front, and center, like, from everywhere. It was crazy. And then for Genkai's fight, I liked it against that Joker guy. She really fucked him up. Like, that was such a satisfying fight for me. I was like, oh, now this is excellent. The way she beat him up. People say this is the greatest tournament arc of all time. I don't necessarily agree. I think it's great, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest. Like, it's nothing that blew my mind away. Like, you know what? If this was the first thing I saw, then I started watching other ones. Maybe I'll have a higher appreciation for it. But because after watching so much anime for so long, I'm not going back and watching this one. I'm like, it's great, but like, I'm not mind blown by it at all. And I'll give you some reasons why. The fights were excellent and everything, and it went on for so long. But what happened to Kuwabara was annoying. Like having someone die. Even Kurama, the same thing, like having someone die and then miraculously they escape death. Like, you already think they're dead. The same thing with Genkai as well. I felt like it was just too many ass pulls. Like, these people, it would have had a more emotional effect if they actually stayed dead than for them to be dead for one episode and to come back. Like, is this Mortal Kombat? Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, that was a bit annoying to me. Because literally, at one point, I think all the main characters, maybe apart from Hiei, died. No, even Hiei died. So all the main characters at one point died. And they came back to life. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Yeah, but that's not like an issue with just the dark tournament arc. It's like in general, in different arcs, like they died. Like Yusuke had like have died twice already. Bro, well, come on, man. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Like they all made it to the end of the anime. 112 episodes, and they all made it to the end. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's not supposed to happen. But I guess maybe that's a Togashi thing, because even in Hunter x Hunter, I think they all made it out. Even Kai, that we thought was dead, came back. He got reincarnated as something else, as a young boy, not as a slime this time around, but as a young girl, I think. So altogether, I loved Yu Hakusho. I wish it could have gone on for longer, and the fight with Sensui was just too amazing. Like the power ups, the changes, and just how angry Yusuke became, because even though he dealt the finishing blow, it wasn't him, it was his ancestor. And then the fact that we had another arc, the Demon King arc, and it only lasted a few episodes, I was like, okay, cool. Like I didn't know how they were going to finish this up. I thought maybe like the anime didn't finish or it got cancelled. You know, the Hunter x Hunter went on a hiatus, even though it has like a temporary end. We know there's still more. So yeah, I thought it was going to be like that, but it ended because apparently Togashi wanted to end it because the pressure became too much on him. Like people were expecting more and more from him, and he just got tired, so he just had to end it. These niggas were out here 14 years old saving the world. Maybe some were slightly older, but fam, they were in middle school saving the world. How can you trust a middle schooler to save the world? How can you trust a bunch of middle schoolers to save the world? That is crazy. But it's anime, so it works. So let's talk about the signature moves for the main characters. So we have Yusuke's Spirit Gun, Kuwabara's Spirit Sword, Kurama's Rose Whip, and Hiei's Dragon move. I can't remember the name of the full name of the move. Yeah, Hiei's use of the Gigant Eye, I think, is very impressive. You know, it also helps in control the Dragon move, which is really important. You know, I'll say Hiei's one is the most impressive, the most flashy one, because it's crazy, and like it took him a long time to master it. Kurama's Rose Whip is very versatile. You can use it in so many situations, and you know it has a whole plant thing going on. Yusuke's Spirit Gun, like, it's also flashy, but the downside is that you can only use it like 3 times. Of course, it got better, but you know, yeah, it's only so many times you can use it. Same thing with here, like, I think I use it only like once or so. And then Kuwabara's Spirit Sword, I like it. It's a cool move, but I think it's the most basic one. You know, it's just like a sword. That's literally it. But then it got better when, you know, he had an upgrade when the sword could now slash through dimensions, but he barely used it, to be honest. He used it like once or twice. It was not really something that he learned how to use because the story was coming to an end. If I had to choose one for myself, I think I'll go with the Rose Whip. I think that one comes in more handy and it's more versatile than the other ones. Altogether, Yu Hakusho, I'll give it 8 tokens out of 10, to be honest. It was amazing. I like the fights, I like the power-ups, I like the characters. I just feel like the women, they didn't do enough for them, sadly. That'll be a downside. But it is from the 90s, so you can see that it is an old anime because of some things like the gay jokes that were there. Like, it was a bit sexist because there was no real proper female main character. I hear GENKAI, but she's old, so like someone that was young as well, we needed someone like that. You can argue that it's shonen, but if it was shoujo, if you focus more on girls. But I just felt like at least one young female character that can fight was good enough. Even though they gave us the mask fighter for a while and she was younger GENKAI, the fact that she became old again, I was like, okay, they would have just literally given us a separate character, maybe like a low-key student of GENKAI, something like that. But it is what it is. I still enjoy the anime. I can't take anything away from it. It was fantastic, the transformations, everything. My favorite character, I have to give it to it's a tough one, but I think I'll have to give it to Kuwabara because he was there as a straight man. He reminds me of this guy, Shinpachi from Gintama. He's the one that gives commentaries. I do like the commentary on the side. And speaking of commentary, during the Dark Tournament arc and during Demon King arc. That commentator, she's very funny. The host, I really like her.
And let's talk about the drip. They all had drip, man. All the main characters. The best drip though has to go to Kurama. That guy was always dripped up. Only when he fought and his clothes were torn. Yusuke got drip as well, but he usually wore the same thing. Kurama at least used to change up a bit. Yusuke had like 2 outfits, school uniform and then a jacket with jeans and trainers. That's it. Hiei got the same get-up, black, and Kuwabara school uniform, or maybe like a white overall or something, but he didn't really have much drip.
And yes, I watch Yu Hakusho in English, not Japanese. Don't sue me, I just had to, because the English dub was amazing. Like the writing was just amazing. Like some quirky jokes here and there, they were just putting out. Okay, yo, this is hilarious. It is hilarious for real. So yeah, guys, that's it from me. Have you seen Yu Hakusho? Let me know how you feel about it. Comment down below. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go now. Before I go, make sure you like, comment down your best fight from Yu Hakusho, your best moment, whatever. Your boy's trying to get to 1K subscribers, and I need your help. So please subscribe if you haven't, and also share my videos so others can subscribe as well. I would really appreciate that. Yu Hakusho is on Netflix. If you haven't watched it yet, go and watch. Okay. The links to my social media will be in the description below. So make sure you follow me on social media, guys. I would really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go now for real. But if you stick around, you can watch my previous videos. Peace out.